Hey everyone, this is Jen over at jenscrappypages.blogspot.com, and today I am going to show you how to create this really cute gift bag. I created it last week to go along with the card that I made, and I thought it would be a really fun little gift set to give to someone. So the bag is just about 2 inches across here and 3 inches across here. And about 5 inches tall, so you can fit a lot of different things. Right now I just have little Hershey's Kisses in it. So let's get to this, and I'll show you what products I used to create it. Get this out of the way here. Alright, so I used the Have a Happy Day stamp from the Hey Chick that is in the Celebration catalog. And then I used the tags and labels framelits dies, which I use this little tag over here. And then I used the Succulent framelits dies, and I used the smallest flower of these three. A Wink of Stella clear, the thick white baker's twine, and I also used the regular baker's twine in white as well. Now for supplies, for paper you're going to need an 8.5 by 11 piece of sweet sugar plum cardstock, a 3.5 by 3.5, which is I guess either one of these, piece of sweet sugar plum. Then you're going to need a scrap for the little circle that we'll punch out. Whisper white is going to be 2 3/4 by 4 3/4, a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and a piece of scrap to cut out your tag. And then I use the Succulent Garden paper, which is a 2 1/8 by 2 1/8, and a 3/4 by 3. So let me set this aside here. And then we're just going to get started by scoring your sweet sugar plum cardstock. And I'll show you, this is the template that I'm using. It's the 25710 bag, and I found it over at splitcoaststampers.com. So I do not have the Simply Scored scoring tool, so I'm going to use my trusty paper trimmer. The first thing that we're going to do is you're going to line it up at the 2 inches, and I'm just using my bone folder for this. So 2, 5, 7, and 10. And then you're going to flip it to the portrait side and score it at 2 and 7. And then you're just going to take your bone folder and fold all of your lines in, your score marks. And then on your 2-inch side, you're going to cut this little corner off. And then you're going to leave this flap here, but you're going to cut the rest of this piece off here. And then cut up here. So this is going to be on your 1.5-inch side. And then this piece here is going to also come off. And on this edge, all you're going to do is just clip off these 2 corners. Now what you're going to do is you're going to scallop the edge of it. Now I just have this older scallop punch, but that's what we're going to use. So I'm just going to line it up. All right. Now you're going to take and you're going to decorate this piece right here because your flap's going to come over the top of this. So we're going to put your Whisper white cardstock on here. And then your 2.5 by 2.5 sweet sugar plum. It's just going to go here at the bottom. And you're going to take your pattern paper and you're going to set that in the corner. Maybe. Oh. So this is what happens when I try to go fast. I don't think I have a fast bone in my body. Because anytime I go fast, I end up just making a mistake and have to redo it. All right, so at this, well, then we're going to take this piece and you're going to put it, oh, maybe about quarter of an inch or so above the scalloped edge. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the Big Shot out and we're going to cut out the flower. And the tag piece. Sorry about that if you heard my dog barking. He has to bark at everything that walks by the house. You're going to take your tag. That's going to go here. Now, for time's sake, what I would do is I would run this little circle die at the top of my tag. I already have one made up. So we use that. Set that aside. So you're going to take your flower piece that you cut out, and we're going to add some dimensional elements to it. That's going to go over your pattern paper. Now I have a 1/2 inch punch, circle punch, that I'll cut out the center of that. And again, I don't have the most current punch, but they still punch all the same, don't they? So I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it, or if it's not broke, don't replace it. That's kind of my philosophy. At least I know they last a long time, huh? All right, so now we are going to take the fast fuse and we're going to put adhesive on this edge right here. I want a nice amount there. And that's just going to fold in like so. It's just going to match up your little edges, which is a little bit easier said than done. Okay, so there's that. And then I find what is the front of my bag, then I'm going to fold in the edges here. And then I'm going to fold in this back side and I'm going to put adhesive on the front part of it. If I can get this turned around the right way. And then we're just going to fold this in right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers on either side, and you're going to cinch in the front to the back. And it should just kind of naturally go in. You might have to kind of coerce it a little bit to make sure that it lines up evenly. And then just kind of fold it in like that. And at this point you would want to put your little goodies, whatever you're going to put in here. And then I put just a little bit of adhesive. Once again, I put it upside down. I just put a little bit of adhesive on here just to keep it closed. So you have that. And then your edges or your sides will just kind of automatically fold in like that. All right, so now you're going to want to take some Whisper White thick twine or whatever kind of ribbon that you have that you would like to use for it. And I just tied a little bow over here. Like so. Alright, cut off the excess. Looks like I cut a little too much on there. That's okay, I'll use that for another project. And then you're going to take your regular twine, cut off a little bit, and on the little tag that you cut out, which I have now lost on my table, I'm not quite sure, maybe it's because it's white. Now you're going to just take your little stamp, make sure it's facing the right way, which it wasn't. It's a good thing I looked. And perfect. Okay. So take your twine, just thread it through this little hole that you made. Oops, maybe. And then I just tied that directly over this bow. And I tied it pretty tight up against it, just in a knot. Just like that, and then leave a little bit of twine. I did. All right, and so then the very last thing that we're gonna do for this box is add our clear wink of Stella, which I have some sort of crazy obsession with it. Not sure if it's healthy or not, but I just love how it adds that little extra touch of shimmer to it and makes it pop a little bit. All right, so that's it. That is our little treat box. Isn't that just the cutest thing? And like I said, it's going to just be really cute if you want to give it as a gift set along with that card that I made last week. And if you would like to go over to my blog, jenscrappypages.blogspot.com, and leave a comment, I will send you a finished treat bag along with the instructions on how to make one of your own, and I'll throw in this coordinating card. You can keep it for yourself or maybe give as a gift to someone. All right, I will check you later. Bye.